Hello everyone. It is Amber Carlton with Berkshire Hathaway Home Services Premier Properties. And today I am coming at you with Real Estate Basics, episode 16. Today we are talking about things you need to consider when you're listing your home, buying a new home. Everything's happening at once because that's how that tends to work out. I just want to talk to you guys about a couple of different options that you have when you're thinking about this. So maybe you've been like, I feel like we want to do something, but we know there's no inventory. We would like to make a move, but that's scary. What options do we have? So you'll have some options on the real estate end and you'll have some options on the financing end, okay? I'm gonna start out with the real estate side. So there's two routes you can go on the real estate side. You can list with a stop clause, which means subject to owner's purchase, stop. When listing with a stop clause, your protection is that buyer comes along, they love your house, you get your home sold. However, we write that stop clause into the purchase agreement, and that gives you time to go out and find your new home. Likely, the buyer will put some parameters around that. Buyer will probably say you've got 30 days. At the end of that 30 days, if you haven't found a home, we can either extend out that timeline, or if we're not able to wait any longer, we can cancel this contract. So that's your stop clause. The nice thing about a stop clause is now you're out and you're purchasing, you're no longer contingent on the sale of your home. You're contingent on the successful closing of your home, but you no longer actually have to come into that transaction contingent upon selling your home. Okay, so that gives you a leg up for negotiation. It's just one thing out of the way that you don't have to worry about. And it also protects you. So if you don't find that home, hey Jess, if you don't find that home, you don't actually have to sell your home. Usually you'll end up finding a home, everything moves forward. Might take some time, but usually that's how it goes. You do have some protection there. So if you're on the fence and that sounds like an option for you, it's out there. The flip side of that is you go out and you start looking first. This one's a little more challenging, especially in our current market. In our current market, we're back to things flying off the shelf, multiple offers, first day on the market. And a contingent offer is just not as good as a non-contingent offer. You still have to get your home listed. You got to get it sold. Even when you have a home that should go like this, if there's another offer that's not contingent on getting their home sold, likely that offer will beat yours. You never know. Sometimes people's motivations are different, so they might take a little more money and take the contingent offer if your home is likely to sell quick. There are options, but overall your offer is going to be weaker if you start out on a contingent basis where you have to get your home listed and have to get it sold before you can move forward. You will still be contingent on the successful sale of your home closing once you get past that. Okay. Yeah. So the nice part about that is you can get out, you can get your feet wet, you can see if there's anything out there that you want to buy. The bad side to that one is you're in a very vulnerable position. Your offer is not as strong. You're probably going to pay a little bit more because your offer is not as strong. And on top of that, even once you get under contract, you are in what is called a right of first refusal, or you might hear us call it a ROFR. That means they can still offer that property for sale and someone could come along and push you. So they could come along and say, we're not contingent. Seller says, nope, we want their offer, not yours. And however many days you've got written into that contract, you either need to be able to finance without the sale of your home, or you need to get your home sold within that amount of days. Otherwise, your offer goes away and the new buyer steps in. So it is a tricky one for that. It does happen. We see it. I've got one right now. That's a right of first refusal. And they were in multiple offers and got very lucky that that seller was willing to take more money and take their offer over the other one. Doesn't usually work like that, but it does happen. So those are two options from the real estate side on thinking about moving into a new house. We'd like more space or less space, whatever it is, but we don't we don't want to, there's no inventory. Where are we going to go? So you've got options there. Other things to consider is the financing side. So there's a couple of different programs that you could look into there too. You always want to talk to your lender. I'm not a mortgage originator, I can't tell you for sure, but we've had different people come in and speak to us lately with this going on about either looking into a bridge loan, gap financing, or possibly into a home equity line of credit that might allow you to close on your first home, have some time there, and then get your second home sold. Especially kind of with where our new construction market is right now and how far out they are, that might be a better option in that realm if you can swing it. Now, the plus for that, there's some pluses and there are some minuses. Anything in life, it is a double-edged sword. There's not just, this is the good right answer and this is the bad one. There's always going to be a reason to do it and a reason maybe not to. So, the good thing is, it's going to take a lot of stress off of you on one level. You don't need to get your entire home packed up and get out of there, get it cleaned, and sit in a truck while you sign your papers before you get keys to the new place. That gets stressful. So that's a plus for sure. The negative is if something were to happen, especially in new construction, when we're out like a year or so, and the market slows and now your home isn't selling as soon as you thought it would be, you have to carry your mortgage, the bridge or gap loan, or the home equity line of credit loan, and your new mortgage all together. So you can see where that's going to be restrictive on some situations. If you don't have a lot of spare cash around, hey Dave, that one's probably not going to be a great option for you. And that's okay. This is just talking about what your options are when you're thinking about, hey, we really want something different. We heard there's no inventory. Interest rates are rising, but they're still pretty competitive right now. Maybe we want to do something. So I hope that helped shed some light there. It's a lot to digest. So if you have any questions on this, please reach out. You can either DM me, text me, or put your question in the comments below, and I'm more than happy to answer that. So I hope you guys stay warm. It's a little frigid out today, and have a super weekend. Take care, and I will chat with you next time.